Today we are decorating our home for the fall. This is actually my first time fall decorating my own space. Last year I think we got really busy around this time. I don't remember exactly what we were up to, but I do remember skipping fall decorating and jumping straight into Christmas decorating around late October. So I'm really excited for this. We don't have a lot of storage in our condo, so I'm gonna keep things pretty light. I want the home feeling cozy and warm. And if you liked my wall art from the last video, I have a few more in this one, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be sticking to natural tones, colors, and textures, so if you're interested in all of that, then keep on watching. I'm going to start with the living room. I found these two cushions at Marshall's. The lumbar one was on sale for only $13.99, and I'm in love with the muted colors on it and the small tassels. I'm also throwing on this throw that I got out of Home Goods while road tripping in Oregon. This thing is so soft and I love it so much. Behind our sofa, we've got this shelf, and I wanted to add some pumpkins on there. This paper mache one from Hobby Lobby is meant to be painted over, I think, but I love how it looks on its own, so I decided to just keep it as is. It's got this like natural look, and then I added a few white pumpkins that were also from Hobby Lobby, just around that large pumpkin. And on the left side of the shelf, I just added this golden spice candle that I got from Home Goods while I was in Oregon. So we've got this gallery wall above our sofa, and I've been wanting to update it for the longest time. I contemplated just scrapping the whole thing and adding one or two giant art pieces. I've been wanting to go more warm with the overall look of this area, and I don't know, just over the last year I started getting over this gallery wall and wanted some change, but I figured I can just refresh it for now while I'm fall decorating and until I decide to do something later on and give it another chance. So I decided to update some of the art pieces on it. The first was to swap out this frame right here. I didn't like that shiny gray frame anymore and found this wooden one at Hobby Lobby for about $2. I didn't realize until now that the art in it was not meant to be replaced. There wasn't a backing that can be removed, and so I had to pull teeth to get it out. And while doing it, I sadly broke the glass, but we're just gonna go with it, and maybe it'll give it kind of a more matte, vintagey look. I love how much warmth this one already gives. And then for the second artwork, I printed out a few quotes that I like and cut them out. Then I watercolored over them to give them that vintage paper look. If you want to try this at home and don't have watercolor, you can also use coffee for this. This has to be my favorite. I love that guests now can read these positive quotes, and I also love that this gives the frame a more neutral and clean look. Our last artwork is inspired by a piece that I saw at Pottery Barn. I taped this dried baby's breath flower that I've had for forever onto a thick watercoloring paper, and then I added some weight to flatten it out with this book, and the next day I spray painted over it and then replaced the floating frame painting with this one. And I love how simple this was and how this, along with all of the other new pieces together, make this gallery wall more warm, neutral, and vintagey. Moving on to the coffee table, I sort of have a love and hate relationship with this table. I love the chic look, but it being glass and having 3 levels attracts unwanted clutter. So I took the opportunity to clean it and simplify the decor. What you don't see here is how many magazines I removed from it. I found this wooden leaf tray at Target and love how it looks on the middle row. Then I added a few more things like this tea candle bowl. I got this one from, I believe it was Hobby Lobby. I love that like amber glass color. And then I also got these coasters that were on sale. I love that limestone color. It looks very natural and earthy, and I'm really surprised that I got this for so cheap because these are quite heavy. And then for the centerpiece, I'm using this tray that I thrifted a long time ago. Then I added this vase, which I also thrifted in Oregon. This one is handmade and it's got a little crack. I think the previous owner tried to super glue it together and it was only $1, and I'm so happy that I'm giving this vase another life in this home. I also added this pumpkin from the dollar section at Target. I love that color of it and how it looks very natural. And then I also added this candle that Apotheke sent me. This Earl Grey Bitters scent smells so good. They recommended this scent to me for the fall. They said it's a popular one and I love it so much. I also love that their packaging includes these candle care tips. Definitely screenshot this if you'd like to read it. I definitely learned a lot from these tips. And then to finish it off, I'm adding these faux florals to the vase. These are from Hobby Lobby and I love its natural tone. I wanted to keep the long stems in case I wanted to use them in the future, so I just tightly coiled them to fit them in the vase. Now let's decorate our console table. I've been holding on to this vase for months, not knowing what I was going to use it for, but I knew I wanted to do a spackled vase DIY with it, and here we are. So I'm rubbing the pink dry deck spackling all over it. This dries white, so I love that I don't have to think about it until I see that it's all white and fully dry. The vase has these little indents in it that I try to fill and flatten out with the spackling. While that's drying, we're gonna clean these candle holders that I just thrifted last week. I love how unique and minimal these look. They remind me of Casa Refined on YouTube. If you know his channel, then you probably get why they remind me of him. He's always thrifting the coolest vintage decor things, including candle holders, and I was so happy to find these because I don't usually find really neat candle holders in my local thrift stores. So I waited overnight for the vase to dry. Then I mixed red, yellow, and black paint to create this burnt orange clay-like color. I'm using the candle that I'm going to use to match the color and use it as an underbase on the vase. It looks so dark right now, but this is not going to be obvious at all when I paint black over it, but it's going to really help tie the color tones together on the console, as you'll see in a bit. I mixed in some yellow and black so that it's not completely evenly orange. And then once that paint dried, I went in with spray paint and lightly coated it with black. And I realized that the paint wasn't as matte as I wanted it to be, so I created this dark taupey color and added a lot of baking soda to it to give it a very dry textured look. It's definitely starting to look more like aged clay now. And then I went in and lightly spray painted black again, and then I added a bit more of orange to the taupe and added more baking soda, and then just dry brushed it all around the vase. So it is the next day. The vase is dry and it's time to put everything together on the console, starting with adding the candle holders and candles. And now I'm filling that vase with these dried eucalyptus branches. I was originally gonna go with these faux floral stems, but I do prefer like a more natural and real look, so I decided to get these dried eucalyptus branches. These are from Hobby Lobby, and I love how the color is like a deep red. I love how it pops against that vase. I also got this knitted pumpkin. It gives a really nice texture and looks very cozy, and I think it looks really nice against that black vase. And then I filled in with more of the white pumpkins from Hobby Lobby. All of these small ones that I'm using in this entire video came from one pack. I'll make sure to find everything that I'm using in this video and link it for you below. And then I'm just adding these frames that I've had. I know the right one is more Christmassy, but I really didn't feel like replacing the artwork, and I'm just gonna keep this around until the holidays. So beneath the console we have these baskets. I have these velvet pillows that I got last year at World Market, and these always seem to be on sale, and they have them in many different colors. I love how they match the eucalyptus branches. I filled both baskets with these. Then I filled the left basket with this big white pumpkin, also from Hobby Lobby, and another one of the Target ones to balance out with the white pumpkins up on top of the console. Last but not least, the dining table. The hydrangeas that I got a month ago for the dining space refresh were wilted, so it was time to get some new florals. I went to Trader Joe's and found these ones. I forget what they're called. If you know it, please let me know below. I totally forgot to check before throwing away the packaging. They only had one bunch left in this color, and I grabbed it immediately knowing it will match the fall colors that I have going on. I used this squiggly vase that I thrifted in Oregon, and I love how modern this arrangement looks. So that is it for my fall decor. After finishing everything up, I went ahead and turned on all the candles to take some finale shots, and here's what our living space area is looking like this season. So that is it for my fall decorating video. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I was so happy to finally make some updates to that gallery wall and also play with some things that I've thrifted that have been sitting in storage for a while. I'm curious, will you be doing any fall decorating this year? If you are, let me know below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more home decor and lifestyle videos from me, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. When you do, hit that little notification bell next to it so that you're notified when I upload a video every week. I also love to post on Instagram. I like to share a lot about my day-to-day and more of the behind the scenes of my project. So if you'd like to see that, make sure you follow me. I love connecting with you guys over there. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one.